Alright, today we're going to talk about scientific notation and how we use that. So let's start off with a definition. We're going to start with the definition of scientific notation. Scientific notation. Alright. Scientific notation is a method of writing a number as a product of a number greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10 and a power of 10. So scientific notation is a method of writing a number as the product of a number greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10 and a power of 10. Let me show you what I mean. Here we have two numbers. We want to write them both in scientific notation. Now we have 500,000 to 526,000. The way I write it in terms of scientific notation is first I need my number to be less than or greater than or equal to 1 but less than 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my decimal and I'm going to move it over till I get a number that's greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. And here I have 5.26. Now I want to now I need it as a power of 10. So I'm going to multiply it by 10, and I need to multiply it by 10 by the number of times I move my decimal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I move my decimal until I got a number that was greater than 1 but less than 10. And then I multiply that by 10 by the number of times I move my decimal. Here I need to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. So I write 3.2 times 10. And now since my number is less than 1, I'm actually going to bring it to a negative third power. That 3 comes from the 3 times I had to move my decimal. So that's how we write scientific notation. Not only do we have to write scientific notation, but sometimes we have to find the product of two scientific notation numbers. Now, this is how we do this. There's two ways of doing it. I'm going to show you actually the quick way, so make sure you're paying attention close. The easiest way to do it is to multiply our two numbers. So 3.2 times 1.3, 6, 9, 0, 2, 3, 6, 1, 4. So we get 4.16 times 10, and you're going to use the product rule for exponents. So 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. So again, I multiply the two numbers, and then I use the product rule for exponents. Now, in my class, you would see why this works more fully, but that's where we're going to leave it for now. The quotient rule works much the same way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide my numbers. 1.5 divided by 6. All right, that's 0.2, 12, 3, add a 0, drop it, 5. So you get 0.25 times 10. And then the quotient rule, remember, is I subtract. So 2 minus 8, which is negative 6. Here's the one trick. Remember, my first number has to be greater than or equal to 1, so I need to move it over one more, which makes 2.5 times 10. I move that decimal to the right, so I'm actually become negative 7. So that's that one. That's all how it works. Let me know what questions you guys have. It's the questions like this that you're probably going to have a lot of. How did I go from 0.25 times 10 to the negative 6 to 2.5 times 10 to the negative 7? That's all right. Just let me know what questions you guys have. Remember, you just got to move that decimal over, which means I need to up this one 1. Have a great evening.